buddy? How you doing, man? Welcome back to the Monsters Mornings, Real Radio 104.1, broadcasting live on iHeartRadio. We're live on our YouTube channel, by the way. You can check us out on Real Radio Monsters on YouTube. I'm Russ Rollins, along with Angel and Ryan Holmes, Carlos. Jeff Howell's here with us today, and our special guest from the Improv, Corey Holcomb. How you doing, Corey, man?
Hey, what it do?
Always good to see you.
You know what, man? Y'all always chill, man. This is a room full of gentlemen who are confident in what they're doing.
Oh, thanks, man.
When you go to radio all the time, it's not always a relaxed atmosphere. Sometimes it's guys who don't have that comfortable feeling, and that energy pulls off. Mm-hmm. And here, you guys know what you do. As soon as I pulled up to the building, I was like, "Oh, it's these guys."
Well, we appreciate that.
This is good. And that's real talk.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate it. How have you been, man? You were here last year, right?
Yeah. I ain't got no complaints, man. I don't complain about nothing, man.
You sure don't. You sure don't. You live YOLO.
Yeah, that's right, man. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. Are you working at any new projects?
Yeah, man. You know, it's like once I shot a DVD because I can afford to produce my own DVD. And I'm thinking, I'm gonna put it on Netflix. No, that's not how it goes.
That's not how it works.
You have to walk in the door with Big Brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now Big Brother's messing with me again, and I feel good about this next DVD that I'm gonna produce and put together because you got to have people with you as you walk in certain doors in Hollywood.
So you went and you produced your own.
Yeah, I thought I could just walk in and, hey, here it is, guys.
Look at the covers.
Who's this Mark?
That's hilarious.
I found out the hard way. The politics of life are real, man.
Well, you see that with the comedians. Like, I think of Rogan, how he's opened the door for a lot of his buddies. So he basically was like, hey, look, this guy's funny, this guy's funny. Do you have anybody like that could, I mean, I know you have a ton of friends that are huge and comedians and the like, but is that what you're kind of talking about too, or is it like having more of a different agent or a manager?
Well, the thing about me, I've been a road guy. I haven't eaten.
Yeah, he's been kind of rolling solo this whole time, right?
Got in Hollywood was just someone who saw me perform, and wanted to, pass me a lick.
Sure,
you know what I mean? So by me not being the auditioning guy and all that, a lot of people in Hollywood didn't know me. I got a cult following for the most part, so people who know me, they know me. But the people who don't, they're like, "Who's this?"
Yeah.
And I'm trying to change that. I want to be this guy that everybody knows.
Well, I've never heard you say that, Corey. Out of all the years that we've had talks where I know your agent was like, dude, you can't be just saying that stuff on Twitter. You can't be doing that. Yeah. But I've never heard you say, I've never heard you say, I'm trying to change that. What do you mean by that? Does that mean a little bit more filtered, Corey, or does that mean I'm trying to just go out and audition more? Or?
I'm so glad you said that because, so I've hired these writers. And these writers are Caucasian males, straight-laced white writers.
Right.
Okay.
Now, of course, people wouldn't understand that knowing the type of comedy that I do. But what a lot of people don't understand, I am able to perform in any type of environment if I'm around it. I can adapt. And that's not me bragging. That's just...
Being
if
a
I'm
professional,
around it, I can adapt to figure out what it is.
Not a lot of people can do that. Either some people are this
That's
way
true.
or that.
We've met a lot of comics who come in here. They can't do that.
I can't imagine. Some guys probably can't even talk on the mic without doing their routine.
That's true.
A lot of them.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I was getting this contract together to hire this writer, and it was so funny how the people who were putting the contract together were writing it in a way where they're saying, "Okay, Corey, so we're going to make it where you're able to catch up to this level." I'm like, no, actually, I have to dummy down what I'm doing.
What level did they say? What level did they say?
Well, the way it was written, it's like I'm trying to be what is necessary to get to the point where I'm moving up.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to move up, but trust me, in order for me to do what I have to do, I have to slow down for the average audience because. And it's not a bad thing. The average audience is not exposed to what's really happening in the world.
You're very raw. You're extremely raw, and that's something I appreciate about you. And
they hide the truth from everybody.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I talk about the truth.
Yes.
Something that.
What gets the most reaction? What truth do you throw out there that really is kind of?
Before you answer that, what was the truth that got your Twitter suspended right now?
Arguing with a girl I say things that are bold about the ladies. They're not used to someone talking to them like that.
Things like
So Corey Holcomb online talks that talk.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
we're looking at his Twitter right now. Got your girl looking like Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, this is a parody account that's up because your actual Twitter's suspended, right?
Right.
Oh, that's not really him?
Rush was just
that's
pulling
not
it
me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I pulled it up because I thought it was yours.
Rush was like, before the break, he's like, Corey's Twitter account's crazy. We should pull that up.
They got Twitter, it's Facebook accounts, it's Instagram accounts with me.
Yeah.
But
And it clearly says in the under, it says fake parody account aimed. Okay, so there's
this is what happens on
500 Corey
Twitter.
Holcombs.
People will say something back to you that they don't like that you said, but then when you say something back to them, they report you.
Yeah.
So it's almost like I get it why a lot of people don't even interact with the fans.
Yeah.
But I'm that type of guy.
Yeah.
I want it. Bring it to me. And I got in trouble for that. I got in trouble with Twitter for that.
So how long do they suspend you for?
I think it's gone.
Oh, really?
No.
I know some Hollywood people that may be able to pull some strings, but
Gone?
it's gone.
Damn.
Yeah. I think you probably got like a 30-day.
No.
It's been longer?
No, he
Twitter's-
knows what he did.
That Twitter's gone.
It's gone.
How many followers did you have?
I was a lot. I build it up. Some people buy followers though.
Yeah.
I never did that.
So did they? How did they tell you? Just an email? Did they call you?
do you
No, he
log
tried to
in?
log in.
Right when you log in, he knows. No, they.
Damn, that sucks though. I know you're playing it
And I
off, but
said to Twitter, "Did you see that? I don't even know this person.
Yeah.
This person said something to me.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm going to bomb back on them. And it is what it is. I don't feel bad because I feel like I'm not going around picking on people. I say and I speak things that's on my mind. And if that makes some people upset, okay, I'm not supposed to say nothing back to them, then this thing is like, it's a setup.
Yeah.
Because I put a lot of effort into that Twitter.
you sure
know what I
did.
mean?
Yeah,
And
you had
they
a lot
just
of people
took
on
it.
there.
It's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
It does feel like it feels like big corporations censoring your speech, which is a little bit scary in and of itself. If they can just we don't like what you said, so
But you
your
know that's
whole
what's
your
happening, right?
entertainment. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, yeah, there's that whole question. I mean, the platforms that create this are, by and large, extremely liberal and extremely kind of politically correct. Jack Dorsey of Twitter and his whole, coalition of people that look at that stuff. And if somebody doesn't know about your account, Corey, and then they just start reading down the line without any context, without putting it in a comedian's mind, cancel this. Look at the things he said about gay people. Look at the things he said about race. Look at the things he said about
But
this.
it's all jokes. I never say
You're right.
wicked things because I'm not that kind of person.
Yeah.
I don't hate anybody.
Right, and
But if you bring it to me, I love this. This is what I do.
They don't understand, Corey, that you do this for sport.
Yeah.
How about that? I like the way you put that. And I'll go with anybody on any subject. I just, it's like, hey, but I'll tell you like this. Donald Trump have said some things on Twitter that his Twitter is still there.
You make a good point.
It's a double standard with the Twitter.
And they've
you know
talked
what I mean?
about that, and they've-
obviously he's the president, but I'm just saying.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
with you on that. They just talked about it's to the public in order to hear what the president has to say. It's like this. It's like his law of not being able to get arrested. It's like when you have that position. But what are you going to do now? That was a big source of your.
You got to
what
run for
people-
president.
Yeah,
Corey Holcomb for president.
I will vote for you.
I announced it here first on the Monsters.
But what are you going to do? That was a big way people followed you.
Well,
You have your podcast and you have your different things. But
I let my people run those social media accounts because it's too sensitive, and if I speak from the heart, they'll probably take all those accounts from me.
I don't like this. This
No,
beating
this
down
is
Corey.
And
Carlos. This
it's
is
not,
perfect.
It's not right because there's a lot of people who once they get a load of me, they be like, okay, I like what this guy's
Yes.
saying because it's just bold stuff.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
perfect though, because if you want to get the raw, uncut, unadulterated Corey Holcomb, you got to go see him.
Yeah, I gotta say
Yeah.
And sometimes I would think I would go too far, and I always say, well, maybe this one went too far.
Yeah.
That's my way of showing everybody I'm not just one way.
Yeah.
I'm just running my mouth. And when you talk, sometimes you say something that's like, oh, well, maybe I should have said that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
natural
yeah.
when you're talking.
Yeah.
What was the biggest lightning rod you ever threw out? I mean, like, what do you find gets you the most heat? If you're talking about maybe the president, or if you're talking about race, or like, what is it that really gets them going?
Like, I'm silly. So, like, one time I saw this guy and he had on these crutches crutch. He had a crutch or whatever.
Oh, not the disabled.
I don't even know.
Disabled.
I don't even know where you're going with this, man. I'm already laughing.
It was like, but everybody was laughing because
What was the joke?
well, he was walking through the airport in Detroit, and he was the guy with the leg where they bounce. And I was saying on my thing, bounce with it. Bounce with it while he was walking. And there was a lot of people were laughing, but there were people like Corey. And I was like,
okay, you know what? That's not mean though. That's just silly.
You're a comedian.
There's nothing wrong with that. I
I'm
don't
so
think.
glad you said that.
That's just
Twitter.
You see how you said that was silly?
Yeah.
Some people act like it's the end of the world.
Oh, yeah.
And like if I ever got hit by a car, they'll be like, that's what you get for that thing you did that day 20 years ago.
That's karma for lean with it, rock with it joke.
All right, we got to take a little bit of a break. Corey Holcomb is here. Always love it when he comes in. You can see him all week, and you're not gonna be. I mean, you're gonna let it go live, right? No filter.
It's going down.
Okay, all right, good. All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with Corey Holcomb. You're listening to the Monsters of the Morning.